What's going on, y'all? This is Cooper here with Team Bropire, and this is Sam,
What's up, guys?
also with Team Bropire.
Hey.
We played in Start's annual GOAT tournament today. How'd you do, Sam?
Hey, so I made it to the top cut. I was 4th place after Swiss. There were 5 rounds of Swiss. And,
What did you play against?
I played against 2 Chaos Control, 1 Chaos, 1 Goat Control, and then 1 Dimension Fusion Turbo, crazy stuff with like Bazoo and like DMOC and stuff. It was really cool. And then in Top Cut, I played against Chaos Control, and I lost the Top Cut, first round Top Cut. My overall record was 17-9. I played 26 games today, so it's kind of crazy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was fun, man. I'm glad we did it. This is like the 3rd year they've had this annual jackpot money tournament, so yeah, it's been fun. So,
Would you come back for another one?
I mean, I live here, yeah. I'll probably do that. Today, so I played Chaos Monarch Control, and it's kind of a weird deck, but something that I've been working on for the last month or so. Going into the event, I really wanted to play Chaos for like the first month or 2 that we were testing for this event, but then I got kind of burnt out on playing it and playing against it so much, so I wanted to just play Monarchs. So like a month ago, I just switched gears and I was going to play Monarchs, and then a couple weeks ago, I started messing around with Chaos again, and I think I got away from Chaos long enough to like really want to play it again. I kind of missed it, but I kind of really liked some of the Monarch aspect that I was playing at the moment because it's really good. With all that being said, we play 1 BLS and 2 Sork. In this build, I wanted to play a build that allowed me to play 2 Chaos Sork because 3 was getting really cloggy because I don't play Raigeki Break, and I kept opening like 1 or 2 of this card, so I kind of wanted to minimize on the amount of Chaos monsters that I was playing. I just didn't want to max out on them, I guess.
So did you ever have a time where you needed to see a Chaos monster and hadn't seen one?
Not really, because the deck has a lot of the deck plays so much Go control and just so much like just flip control, like in general, that like I feel like you summon your Chaos monsters and your other big monsters just like kind of whenever you need them, like kind of keep them in your hand. I'm sure there was a scenario, but for the majority, like I kind of summoned them right when I wanted to. So
So you never missed the 3rd one?
I honestly, I probably could have done it with just 1 of each and then like played another Zaborg or something like that. So with that being said, we played 2 Zaborg. Not that I would have done that, but if I had to make any change like that, maybe. I really like Zaborg. Zaborg's amazing right now. Being able to just like, just pop their monster. And the deck's really cool. We don't play any like Soul Exchange. We don't play any Brain Control, Econ, Creature Swap. We don't play any of that stuff. We play a ton of flip effect monsters, and we play like the Go Control aspect. So we tribute things like Thousand Eyes Restrict, our own flip effects. We can summon Chaos monsters, banish their stuff, and then tribute our Chaos monster, and then pop their monsters. So that's really cool.
So
Zaborg,
these Zaborgs are kind of like your Parshaths?
yeah, it's kind of like the whole thing that you've seen before, like, you know, Metamorphosis, Scapegoat Token, and then you get Thousand Eyes Restrict, and then you tribute Thousand Eyes Restrict for Parshath, but instead of that, you tribute Thousand Eyes Restrict for this Zaborg. And it kind of clears up your field a little bit, and it, obviously clears up their field. It kind of just simplifies the game state, so that's cool. Zaborg's cool in the aspect of, like, it can do things that Sork can't do. Like, it can hit face downs, but at the same time, like, if my opponent has like Kaiku or something on the field, I can't summon Sork, but like Zaborg can out the Kaiku, and that happened like 4 or 5 times today. So,
So I know Zaborg is mandatory. Did you ever have to pop itself?
Nope. I had that trouble whenever I was playing just regular Monarchs, but if I had like Soul Exchange and Zaborg or something, I'd have to like tribute their monster, pop my own monster. But today, with this build, man, you play so many flip effects and Metamorphosis and Chaos monsters, like you have enough tribute fodder on your side of the field. And worst case scenario, this is a light, so I'll discard it off of like card destruction, charity, that kind of stuff if it gets too cloggy. If I see 2, I definitely try to get 1 out of my hand as fast as I can. Pitch it off duo, but that only happened once today. So yeah, we play the whole Go Control aspect of it, and man, I really like this also for the fact that it's a level 5, because this and this, I made, where's it at? I made Vaulter and Reaper so many times. I probably made this 6 or 7 times today, and then I made this like, I don't know, probably like 3 or 4 times. In other builds, you know, where obviously people play Thunder Dragon, it's not as beneficial because like whenever you tribute something for Thunder Dragon, it doesn't get an effect whenever it's summoned, but Zaborg does. So you kind of like get that advantage that way, and then it makes tributing the monster for Metamorphosis a little bit more like, you know, less costly, I guess. But really just depending on like what they still have left on the field. Like you can steal a monster off their side of the field with 1,000 Eyes Restrict and then pop the other one. And if they for some reason have another one, then you can go into Bolter and then kill it. Or if you've cleared them all, then just go into this and rip a card out of their hand or bait their back row, either or. So that's really cool.
Did anyone ever snatch steal the Reaper on the Nightmare?
No.
No.
Never snatched steal it.
Did it ever soak up a bunch of attacks for you?
It discarded a lot of cards. That was cool. I probably discarded like 4 or 5 cards of this today. It was really cool. Somebody snatched stole it and it blew up. Then another person tried to activate Geroid or something on it, and then I Book of Moon. So yeah, it was cool. I also like the aspect that like this is light plus Metamorphosis and a dark. Every time that you activate Metamorphosis on like Zaborg or any of these or Thunder Dragon, like you're going it like it's light plus this is a dark, so then you got lights and darks, and that gives you just kind of fodder for this. This deck does a really good job at not, like, I know that whenever I played Chaos before, I'd look at my grave and be like, man, I don't have lights and darks, but like I really didn't feel like that was the case with this deck very often today. So I really liked that aspect of it, like, you know, the Metamorphosis with the light, some in the dark, and then you've got, you know, fodder for the rest of the game pretty much. So yeah, getting into the flips, we play 2, 2, 3, and 3 and 2. I like playing in a crazy amount of flips. I like just putting as much pressure on my opponent as I can. I like always having one set, just because they only have so many knocks and Blade Knights and level 2s and that kind of stuff. They can't ever like really keep up with it. I've said this before, but like I like to summon Spy first just to get out of the deck, because you can't really activate this mid to late game if all the copies are out. And then summon the Koichi or to summon this, or set them anyway. Set this if you have Thunder Dragon ready in the grave, because if they knock this, you already got light in the grave. And then knock this because, I mean, it says draw 1 card, so you might as well just deck them by 1 card. And then set Faith absolutely last, because you want this to resolve. This only got knocked like once or twice today. If like you do it in that order, it really makes this resolve a lot more often. So,
how often did resolving a Faith win the game?
dude, if you resolve a Faith mid to late game and grab back Knock, Snatch, Steal, Heavy, Charity, that's like, it's just game changing every time, especially like late game when resources might be kind of low or something.
Were you playing card destruction with it too?
Yeah, we play card destruction. We play 2 Night Assailant, which is really good with card destruction. I only set this once today. No, okay, I set this twice today. I set it once in Swiss and it got knocked, and then I set it in Top Cut because I just bricked, but he mind controlled it on his turn, so luckily, I didn't have any monsters on my side of the field. So luckily it was okay for me. And I think that like I got it back the next turn and then attributed it for his board. So yeah, 12 flips, man. I like having that. I don't think that this number will ever change for me.
You wouldn't change any of them?
Man, not right now. I really like it. I had it in the last tournament that I got top cut into, and it just keeps working. I had cut these. I take it back. I had cut this for a thirds of board, and I had cut this for premature. You can do that, and I was testing that for a little bit, but I kind of liked this a little bit better. So just if anybody's wanting to play this and wanted to make that change, they can. Whatever. Then we played one Sangan. I set this all day. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 tournaments. And then
did it get knocked a lot?
It got knocked a lot. And then people will mind control it. They'll soak it up with 1,000 Eyes Restrict, and they will like just kind of run into it, I guess. You know, whatever. If they don't do anything to it, then that's cool. But if they knock it, then that's one less knock then that they can use on Faith. But I'll also set this a ton whenever I have like Zaborg in hand. If they don't do anything to it, then I'll tribute Sangan, search, pop their monster, and either get in damage or clear the back row. So This is an amazing combo together for sure.
Did anyone ever exile force it?
Yeah, one person exiled it today. Yeah, one person Blade Knight ran into a Blade Knight thinking that they were going to get a plus off it, and didn't. So I like setting Sangan. I know you're not supposed to. I do. I don't know. It worked out. These three.
Just the Trinity.
Just these trashy cards, man. With Charity today, I pitched Zaborg probably 4 or 5 times. I saw it double one time, and I definitely pitched it. And then, yeah, man, other times I was just kind of pitching Night Assailants and Thunder Dragons. And this is good just to put light dark, because we have a ton of flips. So, like, you always have, like, you spend so much of the games with, like, one in hand and one on the field. So it just allows you to really kind of manipulate your grave.
Yeah, I've heard it's a pretty good card.
It's okay. I mean, just lets you draw 2 and draw 2, pitch 3, something like that. These two, Snatch. Okay, so Snatch Steal is freaking stupid in this deck. This is a board, dude. Yeah, obviously with Monarch, steal their monster, hit their other monster. This was so good. Today, on one scenario, I probably did this combo like 3 or 4 times today, but one time I Snatch Stole somebody's BLS, banished their monster, summons a board, pop their other monster and attack for game, so that was pretty cool. I probably summoned the board like 12 times today, and every single time, everybody was like, okay, cool, it's a board.
Did you ever meta after using Snatch Still?
I don't think I did that today, but you do. Like, if you steal their Cow Sork or something, we play level 6s, and, I didn't do that today. I mainly, I've gotten recently to where, like, if I steal a Chaos monster, like, I'll just banish itself. I don't know. In a lot of scenarios, that's kind of what I do. 2 knock is cool. I'd play like 4 of this if I could. Card destruction's really good. Really good.
You didn't play that one today, though, because it's foreign, right?
No, this is illegal today. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is such a good card, dude. I love this card. It can be a neg one, can be a +1. Can go even, whatever. Book of Moon is at 3 in this for so many different reasons. Okay, so Book of Moon can do a lot of things, like it can help you abuse your flip effect monsters, like just, keep flip-flopping them. Book of Moon can also, flip down your Thousand Eyes Restrict, and then you can steal something else.
It stops Ring.
Yeah, Book of Moon stops Ring, Sakuratsu, Mirror Force. It stops Snatch Steal. It stops your opponent's Chaos Sork from activating, because Sork can only hit face-up monsters. I did that like so many times today. But another reason is because, like, I'll summon Gravekeeper Spy. Like, you'll flip one, here you go, flip. This one is in defense. Poke with this, set this. Whenever they attack into it with like Tribreaker, Kaiku, whatever, then they'll run into it, boom, and then you'll summon another one. That's just kind of how it goes. Spy was really good today with Zaborg, like, like summoning this in the attack, and then this is left in defense, and then tributing the one that's in attack and popping their monster. I know I'm going back to Spy and Zaborg, but man, it's such a good card. Yeah, Book of Moon is Book of Moon was crazy today. I don't know where the other one went. Anyway, 3 Book of Moon, play that. I only played 1 Ring of Destruction. One trap, I'm sorry. And it was Ring of Destruction. And this isn't going to make sense, but I didn't play Torrential, I didn't play Mirror Force, and I didn't play Sakuratsu, and I didn't play Dust Tornado. I wanted just gas in this deck without playing Morphing Jar or Cyber Jar. I wanted to be able to go. And also playing Double Merchant, I wanted to always mill into a spell. I didn't want to mill into a trap because that kind of slowed down the deck a little bit. And at the same time, I wanted to play defensive cards that were combo cards at the same time. Like, these can also be defensive cards, like block attacks, eat up attacks, whatever. But I also wanted to like you can't combo Sakuratsu armor with, Thousand Eyes. I mean, but you can combo this with Thousand Eyes Restrict, if that makes any sense at all. And also, I played against Mason in top cut, and all game he was like waiting for. This keeps your opponent waiting for Torrential and Mirror Force the whole game because you don't play it. So they're like the whole entire time they're like they don't overextend and like kill you because they're waiting for cards that you don't even play. So it's just kind of a mind game. Yeah, so I just played 1 ring just because it's chainable. I didn't want to play anything that wasn't chainable that I set. So Yeah, that's the main deck. That's 40, and I guess let's get into extra deck. Played 3 of that. The other one's in there. The only other cards that I went into today were that. Went into Bolter, went into Reaper. I went into this because I needed to Metamorphosis my Sangan to get Night Assailant to my hand because I had double Night Assailant at that point for card destruction. So that was cool. And then we play,
You can play them all, so why
this
not?
one's mentionable because
Yes.
you play Sort.
This card's really good.
You can negate traps and negate something that targets it. So
Spells.
negates a spell that targets it. This is Cooper's out of his full art deck. I had to borrow it today. I didn't go into it. Matt needed it, and he didn't have it. So sorry, Matt. Tokens. Today we played in the side. The only cards I went into was Jinzo. You'll take out one's a board for Jinzo. Because it doesn't change the dynamic of the deck hardly at all.
Yeah, and you only play 1 trap anyway.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I'll side out. Yeah, one's a board for Jinzo because it's like I don't know. The deck doesn't change, except for it's a light. It's not a light. It's a dark. I played this today for a side. It was okay. I need to test it more. I can't say enough about it right now because
Did you ever put it in?
Yeah, I put it in twice. I saw it once, and it was okay when I saw it. It was okay. I feel like it could be better against other decks. I didn't play against a ton of, back row, heavy decks. Mike played, he's the only person I played that played, Judgments and stuff like that. A bunch of people played Raigeki Break, but that stuff's chainable. This is cool. It's a warrior, and it's a dark, and it's a flip. And it can target 2 set spell or trap cards on the field. So that's pretty cool. Side anti-spell. I didn't side this in today because I didn't play against any Monster Gate, library stuff. I sided this in and stole a couple of games. That was really good. I didn't put this in, but I sided this in against Go Control in the mirror match just to hit their scapegoats. I side 2. I was siding 3, but people start to catch on, man. If you play a ton of this, people will start setting things like Tomato, Tsukiyomi, Sangan, Serpent. So you can get away with the first flip, but I always use the second one on a Chaos Monster. But 3 I feel like is kind of cloggy, in my opinion. I don't know. That's how I feel right now, but that's just kind of a theory I've been working on recently. I sided Mirror Force against aggro. It worked today once against the Zero Priest. That's it, man. That's the whole deck. We've been working on this for, I don't know,
A couple weeks.
This build for a couple weeks, but we've been testing for this tournament for probably 3 months. We did good. We didn't get top 4. We got top 8, and we didn't win any money today, but I'm pretty proud with how it went. My goal was to play something different that I haven't played before, and something that wasn't kind of a copy and paste of a lot of other people's profiles. I kind of wanted to be somewhat, I don't know, just
Original?
Yeah, but somewhat just creative, and we talked, and so that was my goal today. So, yeah, man.
Dope.
Yeah. So shout out to Start for hosting this. I'll link their Facebook page down below in the description if y'all want to check them out. They have annual GOAT jackpot tournaments that are all pretty big. So, yeah. And that's
Awesome.
it, man.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you bet.